Hey there, Merida Cave Diver here. Today I am going to be reviewing the OrcaTorch D630. This is the light that I use as my primary cave light. And as you can tell by the nicks and scratches around the bezel, I've put probably about 100 dives on this light. The format of today's review is going to be a little bit different than what you might be used to. I'm going to jump immediately into some features on this light that I think are really useful. Then I'm going to go to some dive footage, continue the narration, and then I'll touch on the unboxing last. Okay, let's get started. The light itself comes in about 3 sections. The canister has some features that I think are really cool. The first one is charging is extremely simple. It's just a single port. There are some charging indicator lights, and last but not least, there's a USB port here, so if you're ever stuck, you can use this as a charging station for your devices. The second thing that I think is really cool about the OrcaTorch D630 is the canister top. You can run it straight out like this, or you can turn it 90 degrees, lock it down, and run it on your back mount harness. I personally run it in a 90-degree format. I run the cable underneath my wing and then up over my shoulder to keep it tight to my body. Last but not least is the light head. It comes standard with a Goodman handle that is fully adjustable to fit any hand, gloved or not. And when not in use, you can actually move this handle up over the lens to keep it protected. One of the things I really like about this lamp is it has a lockout feature on the switch. You just turn the knob, press it once, and the light will turn on, and then there's an LED indicator here. You can probably tell that I've modified this handle a little bit. I run a bungee across the top to keep my cookies accessible, and I have a double D-ring clip so I can mount the light in various positions when I want my hands free for other things. I do want to give credit where credit is due though. This design came from Gus Gonzalez off of Dive Talk. With that being said, let's get into the dive footage and get you something better to look at. I'm going to show you a few different caves so you can see the light in several scenarios. You'll notice that the light has a nice tight focused beam, which is really great for the black caves down here in Mexico. But when you're in the white caves, it also has enough light to really brighten the space up. The footage you're watching is with the light on full power, and honestly, I don't really use the light on any other settings because I'm always in caves. The D630 does have 3 settings, which are accessed by pressing the button several times. One press will turn the light on at full power, or 4,000 lumens. A second press is mid-strength, or 1500 lumens. A third press is the lowest setting in 460 lumens, and a fourth press will turn the light off. The LED indicator on the light will turn green and stay there as long as the power is over 30%. Below 30%, the light will turn red, and when the overall power is around 10% or less, the red light will start to blink. Runtime at full strength is around 5 hours, and I've never had any issues. Depending on the length of my dives, I will typically charge the light every second or third dive, but I also tend to turn my light off when I'm just hanging out in deco. All in all, I'm a big fan of the D630 and I love using it. I really like how solid this light feels when put together, and at $660 US, I think it's a fantastic price that allows both new and seasoned cave divers to have a solid primary unit that they can trust. The depth rating on this light is 150 meters, so I think it'll suit a large variety of divers. I have no problem recommending this light for you. Now, I've had the light for a while, so you did miss the formal unboxing, but if you had been here for it, here's what you would have found inside. The light, the canister, the charger, a lanyard, some extra O-rings, an extra rubber light ring, an Allen wrench with some extra screws, and the usual documentation. I also noticed that as I was editing this video, that what I was trying to show you on the canister was very hard to see. So here's a better view for you of the charging port, the battery indicator that I spoke about, and the USB charging hub. So we've come to the end of the video, and I would recommend the light for you, but is there anything I think that could be a bit better? Well, the answer is yes. 2 things come to mind. They're both minor, but I think they're worth mentioning. The first would be the inclusion of some sort of case. Even a dry bag would help. When you get the D630, it's extremely well packaged, but once you take it out of the box, then it really gets just put in with the rest of your dive gear, and I think that kind of bothers me. It's a sturdy light, and I haven't had any issues, but for me, I think I would just like something small to protect it. Admittedly, I put it in an extra dry bag. The other small one is the power button. The problem could be me, but there are times when I find the knob difficult to turn, and I would like something I could grab onto a little bit easier. Other than that, honestly, I can't really think of anything that I would improve. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video and seeing the D630 in real-world situations. I've included a link in the video description if you would like to check out the website and formal documentation. If you have any questions at all about the light, comments, feedback, I'd love to hear from you in the comments section below. Please assume positive intent as I try my best to get everything out here, but I'm not perfect. If you feel this was helpful, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.